Good afternoon, writers. Today we're going to talk about using precise language when we write. When I talk about a dog, I may say a dog walked by. If I use precise language, I might say something like this. The shaggy brown puppy sauntered by the door in search of delicious food to eat. That is much different than when we just talk about the dog. All of those great words that I added, that's called precise language. And that's what we're looking for when we're writers, okay? We don't want our boring sentences. It does not help our readers imagine what we're writing about, okay? The more precise we are, the better the picture it is painting for our readers so that they actually have a movie running through their mind. We're going to use some of our mentor texts today to look for some really nice, precise language. And then you and a partner will partner up and go through some books and actually find some really nice uses of precise language today also. So this book is Getting Through Thursday. I know you're familiar with it. If you go just to our first page here, let's take a look and see if we can find any really nice, precise language. It says, Saturdays, we're off to the library, and at nighttime, Mama is yelling, shut those books now and shut those eyes. That's because Sunday is early morning church, and then Mama wants our eyes and ears wide open. Right here, it doesn't just say we have to go to church on Sunday. It says there's early morning church. Mondays and Tuesdays amble by just fine. Okay? This we could also say Mondays and Tuesdays go by. But when we have the word amble, it adds so much more to the text. Wednesdays, we feel it coming like an earthquake, rumbling underground, making folks edgy before they even know why. You might notice the beautiful language there that helps us envision the story. Here's another one of our mentor texts, Pecan Pie Baby. Okay? Let's look at a couple of pages in Pecan Pie Baby and see if we can pull out some really nice, precise language. One Saturday, a huge box came, and all afternoon my uncles were in my room scratching their heads and fussing with each other as they put the baby's crib together. I want you to pause my video right here, and I want you to take a couple minutes and as a class, see if you can find some words that were really nice, precise words that help us understand the text. Pause here. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe in your discussion you might have come up with the word fussing. Okay, that's great, precise language. Maybe scratching their heads. Let's go to the next page and see if we can find some more. At school, my teacher read a book about a girl who was going to become a big sister. And when she finished reading it, everybody looked at me. When my cousin came to visit with her new baby, she put the wiggly thing in my lap and said, "You sure are ready to be a big sister, aren't you?" "Not really," I said, handing that crying baby back to her. Pause the video and talk as a class about what you noticed, what precise language you might see on this page. Hopefully, what you noticed was when she described the baby, she called it the wiggly thing, right? Or here, the crying baby. Those are great examples that help us understand the text and picture it in our mind. Let's look at another book. Do you remember the story, One Green Apple? Here we go. Let's read from this book. The girl who sits next to me smiles and points to herself. "Anna," she says. She points to me. "Farah." I nod and say, "Farah," which is my name. Then I look across the field where the cows graze. Nice, precise language. I am tight inside myself. 3 dogs come and run in front of us. I think they belong here and know the way. I once had a dog called Haddis. Okay? Look at this precise language. I am tight inside myself. Please pause and as a class talk about what that means and how this helps us understand the story even better. Okay, one more story that one more mentor text that I want to look at. It's called Come on Rain. Let's take a look at these 2 pages. This is filled with wonderful, precise language. The sound of a heavy truck rumbles past. Uneasy, Mama looks over to me. Is that thunder, Tessie, she asks. Mama hates thunder. I climb up the steps for a better look. It's just a truck, Mama, I say. I am sizzling like a hot potato. I ask Mama, may I put on my bathing suit? Absolutely not, Mama says, frowning under her straw hat. You'll burn all day out in this sun. Okay, please pause and talk about some precise language that you see. All right, let's look for some more precise language. Up and down the block, cats pant. Heat wavers off the tar patches in the broiling alleyway. Miss Grace and Miss Vera bend, tending beds of drooping lapines. Not a sign of my friends Liz or Rosemary, not a peep from my pale Jackie Joyce. I stare over the rooftops, past the chimneys, all the way off into the distance, and that's when I see it, clouds rolling in. Gray clouds bunched and bulging under a purple sky. A creeper of hope circles around my bones. Come on, rain, I whisper. Please stop here and as a class, really go back and examine and see, for example, cats pant. What might be a different simple word that we could use there? And what makes the word pant better? How about this? Gray clouds bunched and bulging under a purple sky. What might a writer who doesn't use lots of description, how might they say that? And why is this line so much more precise? Okay, now that we have looked at our mentor text looking for precise language, what I would like you to do today, Mrs. Bott and Sub, will help you get with a partner. And I want you to go through some books, and I want you looking for precise language. In your writer's notebook, yes, I want you to write down examples of precise language. I don't want you writing whole pages or whole paragraphs, but I want you finding some really nice words. And if there's time today, maybe you can share out some of those precise words that you found as a whole group before you do your free writing. When you do your free writing today, I want you trying to use more precise language. I want that to become part of your writing habit. Remember your non-negotiables before you do your free write. Have fun and find lots of precise language because you're going to need it in our next lesson.